Hi guys, good morning in Sweden, my lovely audience. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Swedish fika. It's called Silvia Kaka. It's called Silvia Kaka. It means the queen of the cookie. No, the queen cake. I don't know whether this is a recipe from the queen, her own personal recipes, Queen of Sweden. So, but I'm going to show you how to do this. This cake is very easy to do. As you can see on the thumbnail, that it has this spongy cake underneath, which is really like no fat. The only fat that is on the topping only. So it's really good for those of you who don't want to eat too sweet of a cake. So let's get jump on and do this while I'm going to explain to you the ingredients as I go along. Hi, welcome. So to assemble this is my favorite machine. Is the Electrolux Ankarum. This, some of you been laughing at me and say, oh, you know, the other day when I was baking my Budapest using the red machine, I felt like it was a toys to me, because this is really solid stuff compared to the one you see. It's really heavy, which is really good because then it's more stable. I did a patch of bread earlier on, which I'm going to make a new version of Swedish kanelbulle. I'm going to show you later, but I'm going to let you see. This is how it looks like. Yeah, but this is, if you want to hang on until the end, right, make sure you watch this video until the end so you can see the result and how I master this this cake and the bulla. So bulla and cake is very important, and we are doing this for an event coming up on the 6th of July. So usually I like to bake something that is good for freezing in, so that it will not be too hard or dry at the end. So let me assemble this. This is really easy to assemble. So you put this this stem, and then you slowly this baking until you hear a click sound. Yeah, this is what you want to, so that it is stable. And then followed by the covers, which is really simple. You put this on, and then like this. It's easier if you do it on the table. Let me just show you. You just click it like that, and then you put this in like this, and then you actually, you don't really need to have a clicking sound. You see, the other day I did without a clicking sound, but it can be done like this. Yeah, so when the clicking sound, it means that these are secure. It will not fall out of the place. And then you put it on. Easy peasy, right? So let's start off by beating the egg. I'm going to include the recipes. If you are watching this until the end, you will get the recipe. I'm going to just whisk the egg. As you guys know, I'm running a cafe, so the portion that I'm making is double the amount. So if you are baking from home, make sure you cut down the amount into half. All right, so let's do this. This is called a long panna. It means a long pan cake. In Sweden, we like to bake cake in a long pan. What is a long pan? Not the pants that you wear, okay? It's the long baking form. We call it a long panna. Masuk apa? Huh? Apa tahu lah. I don't understand Malay lah. Sorry. Okay, then the sugar is a lot of sugar, unfortunately, but we need that. So I'm going to just put the sugar a little bit first, and then start the machine. It's gonna be a bit noisy, yeah? Okay, now I'm going to pour the flour into the batter. So this is some baking powder, and then I mix them into the flour. So this flour has already been shifted. If you don't like to shift lazy, it's okay too, because this cake is not supposed to be very puffy like the sponge cake. It's supposed to be a little bit of volume in it. So let's put in the flour. So usually I like to pour them directly like this. And you guys, I've been melting butter on the other pan, so you know what I'm doing. I'm going to just slowly beat this in, just a little bit. Not so fast. You saw how I pour the pan, how I pour the flour, right? I don't even need to do like put this one on, because this is in the way. You have to move this all the time. Conventional, a lot of brand, they have this one system. I find it's really annoying. You have to pour it like this, and then after it spill all over the place. You saw how easy it is for me to just pour everything in. So you just need to swipe them. So now I'm going to add some hot water. I need about 4 deciliter, 400 ml of hot water. 1, 2, I start with 2 first. And then so start. Okay, now this is done. A little bit more. Okay, now done. So reason why I put one more is because the last time I made, sorry for the disconnection. Let me just the flour from the bread before it gets stick all together. The connection here is not so good because the Wi-Fi is quite far away from here. The modem. So I'm going to just mix this one more time just to make sure. And then I'm going to pour them into this pan. Now, okay, I'm going to remove. See how easy it is. This machine is making my job a lot more easier. And if you want to own this and bring this home, the link is going to be included later, but you have to watch until the end. Okay, I'm going to give you the link to buy this amazing machine. So let me just scrape out my cake onto this. And of course, you have to remember to preheat the oven. And the oven is preheated at 175. So I'll probably be using half of this because this will make a big cake. I want to just see if I have reached. Usually they are quite good, the mixing. There is no residue. I always feel it with this spatula to see if there's any. No, there isn't any, so which is really good. The one thing I like about this machine, it has this two balloon that roll the batter in, which is allowing a lot of air into your cake mixture. So I'm going to pour half of this into here. All right. And then I'm going to pour the other half. It's quite difficult to see which is half or not. Quite difficult. But it's always better to make more, like a half a portion more, so that your cake, especially if you are using such a big one. Let me just off the heat for the butter and move it to the side. I usually, when the cake is very thin, because this is an extraordinary big cake tin, so usually I make sure that, you know, the thickness is very even. The last time I made this, it was not so thick. I prefer the cake to be a bit thicker. I think this time is better because I have actually add 1/2 portion into the cake. So I think I'm quite satisfied with this one. I'm going to put it to the side and I'm going to check the... Usually I like to do like that, but I'm not going to do that now yet. I do it when I want to put them in the oven. Okay, let's see. Okay. I feel it. Which part? Okay, I think this is okay too. I have a meeting with my boss this morning because we are recruiting 6 students to our summer cafe this year. This means there will be 6 students helping us this year. So my boss was saying, people will help me, you know. In fact, 2 of them worked for us in the previous year. And they want to come back, and they are just like 16 years old kids, you know, and they want to come back, and they have contacted me and asked me if they could come back to work. So I said, it's no problem, because I think we should give teenager, irregardless of their shortcoming, everybody deserves a chance. Everybody. Yeah, so I said to my boss, I said, well, if they want to come back, I'm so welcoming them. And it's really fun for me to see that teenager, they're willing to come back, and they insist of coming back because they like working with me. So to me, I think I'm the mother figure for them. So they feel secure and they like the working environment. So I'm going to put this as a side first and just check this again. I think I'm going to pour another half. So I think it's really important to give a teenager the chance to train their leadership. When they work with me, I give them the chance to be the boss. Even though I'm the boss, but I give them the chance to be a boss. Everybody has a chance to be a boss for a day, because I just want them to feel, you know, and the responsibility, how hard it is to be a boss, and let them play the role of being somebody who is responsible for this place, so that they get the skill. When they get out of this training, they will feel like, oh, you know, I've learned something. I've been to places where intern don't really learn a lot from the place that they work for. They just, you know, company, they don't have time to train them. So I think this is a very good training ground for them, where they learn how to, you know, run a cafe. I think I'm quite satisfied with this. So I'm just going to bang them. I'm going to bang them like this. Making sure there's no bubble. So when you see, when you bang them, you see there is the bubble is escaping. So I think I'm satisfied. Because if you have bubble, when you put in the oven, it will have this very strange, like a ball. Air bubble. Sometimes you can get like a mountain on it. Especially if you are baking on such a big surface. Like that. This is how it's supposed to sound. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Alright, no more air bubble. And I see this one will have a lot of air bubble. I'm going to put this one first because this one is done. Check it out. Let me just take all the tray out first. Okay, I'm going to put this one in first, the one without the bubble. So, and then this second one. Actually, it's very bad to bang the table like this. So put a cloth underneath here like that. Take out the tray. I think I could smell the tray burning. So many trays. And it's very hot, the tray. Ugh. Okay, now I'm going to put this one in. So usually I like to bake two. This oven is very good. It has 2 layers, so I can bake 2 cakes at one time. It will save me a lot of time. So let's talk about the fillings. Yeah, not the fillings, but the topping. I mean, let's see. I have some. I'm alive. Yeah, of course. Okay, butter. Right, butter, and then you just want to melt this. So I'm going to cook the topping now. It's about 1, 2. Okay, I'll see. So melted butter. I'm going to put the sugar in here, just to cook the butter in the sugar. So good for you to join me today. What time is it in India? We have a lot of. I have no idea how come there are so many subscribers recently. I'm so glad and I'm so happy that our channel is growing very, very fast, and it's maybe because I am more connected to my audience. I felt like they are my family, and I hope that you guys felt the same for me. And this guy who just came in and say hello, he is just a 17 years old person. Oh, of course, thank you, of course. And if a channel we need your support to share and like and comment, because I think that will play a very important role in growing our channel. So please feel free to share our video, and also, you know, we would love to hear from you, like, you know, certain things in the video that you want me to explain further, or, you know, to reshoot, or any question. I'd love to hear from you. It's a very challenging thing. I really like the feelings, like, you know, I felt like I'm more connected. Oh, I don't know Tamil. I don't know Tamil, but we have a lot of Tamil in Singapore. So my mom used to, we have the gardener who is from India, who worked for our family, and you know, he make very good curry. I love his curry. Unfortunately, I can't. It would be good if I can. I can speak 8 different language, but not Tamil. That's a shame. Okay, now I'm just going to melt the butter, and waiting for this butter to melt completely, and then I'm going to pour the egg. Okay, I'm going to pour this egg. This is just egg yolk. So this cake is like a silver color. It's like, not silver, but it's the name of silver. I think it's probably the queen name. Let me just get spatula. Make sure the pan is not so hot. Play computer game, okay? Don't waste my time. Don't. So watch until the end, then you get the recipe. Okay? And where is the recipe? Is in, mix this thing like this, and you want to continuously mix them until you feel like, you know, you get this really thick, creamy, rich, yellowy, like a cream. You see, sometimes when you put the vanilla powder, you can get this. The connection is really bad, so I hope you understand, because we are very far away from the modem, and because this is an old building, the walls is extremely thick, so we are getting this. Okay, now this is almost done, and you want to wait until you get this first bubble, but don't, all right, don't. Let me just read his comment. What did you say? I can't see your comment. Say to me in Chinese. Chinese. Of course I can speak Chinese. What kind of Chinese? There's so many types of Chinese, you know. There is Hokkien, there's Cantonese, there's Mandarin, Hainanese, Teochew. Which Mandarin you want me to speak? I can speak all of them. Chinese. When you say Chinese, Chinese is like quite, the coverage is quite wide. So if you've been to China, you tell people speak Chinese, they will say, are you referring to Mandarin? You mean Mandarin, right? Mandarin is ni hao. Ni hao, all right? Means how are you? Are you okay? So you want to have this like a thick, something like that. Okay, and then you make sure you don't go and stirring this, because the last time I made this, actually I went to answer the phone. Oh, my Chinese name is Si Qi. Can you say Si Qi? So don't go to the toilet even, because you don't want this one to be burnt, because there's a lot of sugar in it, and when there is sugar, it means that it will burn very quickly. And then try not to on. You're right. Something, not suchi. Suchi, no, not suchi. Suchi. Can you say suchi? Oh, okay. I see an egg white shell. Poor thing. Okay, now. And it burned. So make sure your eyes is on there and you keep stirring this. And it's done. Really, really thick sauce. Alright. So let's go and check the cake. I think the cake is almost done too. I'm gonna just check the egg. Busy from my. I'm going to be needing all these, so I'm going to wash them yet now. But this is done. I'm going to off the heat now. You see, it starts to burn now. You see, when you just leave it alone, it starts to burn in the center. So remove them from the heat and make sure you just stir them. Okay, now let's go and take out the cake. Very fast, right? This cake. Okay, what I do with this is I take we have this like a, we call it tester to test the potato when it is cooked or not. So I'm going to test my cake. And my cake is just in for 7-8 minutes. Obviously it's not done yet. So what I'm going to do when I'm free now, I'm going to show you how this bread looks like. Okay, since my, what do you call that, my, because I'm making one, so it's always good to have one. If you're buying this machine, you know, make sure you buy one more of this. It's very good to have, because sometimes when you beat egg white, you want to separate egg white and you make a meringue on top of a cake. So you definitely need 2 of this, and you can buy them separately. I'm going to include the link. I see if I can find this extra one. If there is an extra one, I'm going to include that. Alright, so let me just show you what I do with my bulla. See, my bread is exploding. I know this is not a cake. This is not a bread recipe, but I'm just showing you. So if you want, you can join me on the live streaming later on. I'm going to show you how I do the lazy style Swedish bulla. Lazy and more economical. Alright, it's not the one that you saw, the cinnamon roll. It tastes better than the cinnamon roll. So you want to impress your girlfriend, boyfriend, your grandmother, grandfather, you make this one. I mix the bread first, and then I do the fillings. I always have them ready so that I don't have to panic. Oh, go and get the ingredient. So always have a big bowl, and then you mix all the things, so you are in control of the measurement, so you won't miss out and screw up. But I think I don't want to risk that now, because this is not about the bulla. This is about the cake. So I'm going to check the cake and see if the cake is ready. Oh. Actually, the cake is okay already. Let me just put it a while more. Alright, so let's put this away. And I like to put a wrap. Another wrap. is very, very good. My colleagues make this herself. I'm not good in this kind of thing. I hope you didn't get a nightmare. The cake sometimes get a bubble. So what I do is I always use a stick to go and point it on there, and then I see if there's any wet batter. If it's not, I think this cake is ready to be taken out. Yeah. So let's take out the cake. Cake number 1. And cake number 2. Be careful when something hot. Let the cake sit for a while before I take out. You see, as a side, let me just show you the side. You see, the side is like giving way now. It's like shrinking towards the center of the cake tin. So, which means to say that it is holding it. Yeah. So you want to make sure that it comes into the center like this one. So usually I like to use a knife to just run around the side, making sure that, you know, when I remove it, yep, I'm sure you know what I mean. So check the side. Okay, and then check the other one. So, what to do next, right? Just checking the side. See if it's not sticking. Means it's good. So I want to check the thickness. Oh, this is a much better. Take this and just flatten up a little bit. Flatten. You're going to pour this. I usually like to start off by spreading it. I don't want to pour so much because you want to control the, especially when it is a lot. Okay, now this one come to the side. Okay, you have to work quite fast here because the what do you call that, the egg sugar glaze is hardened very fast. So make sure you have one thin layer first. It's much easier if you work this when the cake is still warm, because when it is warmer, this one will not be hardened so quickly. So you can still take your time to spread this out. The other time I waited for the cake to cool down completely, and I think that is the mistake, because the cake, this mixture harden, and it's so difficult because when you put new mixture in and you try to spread it out, then it has this very I usually like to make like 2 layers. So you see, So for this cake, we sell a piece for 20 crown, which is very, very tasty. I like this cake. You cannot stop eating this. That's the thing. You know, you can't stop eating this. So, oops, I'm going to pour the remaining, making sure that this is thick enough. So warning, all right, if you like to eat this kind of thing, don't make so much, make a little bit. Oh, what happened? I have to put the battery. Maybe there's no charger. Let me just charge the phone. I think this is better. Okay. So, the culture here that we are the most coffee drinker. In fact, second in the whole world. The first one I heard it was Finland, because you can't buy them in the stores. They don't sell them. So if you guys have missed, it's so bad the connection here. Anyway, this is just some dried coconut flakes. So I just sprinkle some on top evenly. So you get this really beautiful, like snow with coconut flavors. When it's dried up, when the sugar and the thing dried up, it will not stick. The coconut will not stick. So you want to make sure that, you know, you do this quite quickly. Okay, it's done. A little bit more here. So you want to put this in the freezer, cover them with foil, put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. For me, I think I put them in the refrigerator and let them cool down. If you don't have time, if you have, so usually I use a knife to mark them accordingly. So for one piece like this, you can make about 30 portions. So if you're having a big party, this is a very good cake to make, because this is perfect for freezing. You can cut them into cubes and then layer them into these plastic containers, and then you just build them. You know, it's okay to just put maybe maximum 2 pieces, 1 pieces on top of each other. You don't put like 3 layers, because if it's too heavy, then it compresses the cake, then the cake will be flattened. Yeah, so I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to continue to make another 2 of this. And then, but before that, I'm going to go on a live streaming making the Swedish fika. So I hope you can join me. I am going to do that while I'm making the cake. All right, see you. Bye bye. Hey guys, I really appreciate you guys been subscribing to my channel and all those lovely comments. I would love to hear from you about, you know, like what kind of food that you want me to make. Right, let me know, and then I will note that down, and then I will try to produce the video. And thank you for subscribing. You guys are awesome. See you. Bye bye.